Hello everyone, I'm Pythonicus, and welcome to my guide for speedrunning Metal Gear Solid 2 on the normal difficulty. This video series will be recorded on the PC version, though the strats I will be using will work on any version of the game. So first, we want to make sure your quick change is on previous, which will make menuing in the entire game much easier for you. Secondly, we'll go to load game, so that we can load at least a new game plus file. New Game Plus Plus, which is beating the game twice, saving, and loading that file, is preferable if you're planning on learning European Extreme, but for normal, just the plus will do. And what that allows you to do is it'll skip the Stillman cutscenes where he's explaining the bombs and the coolant and the sensors, which saves about a minute and a half. For ILs, you choose either tanker or plant for the full game. You want to choose tanker plant, which is what we're going to be exploring for this series. And for your radar selection, it does not matter in normal. However, for Big Boss, if you're ever planning on learning European Extreme, you'll have to use radar off. And that's what I'll be using for this. Mostly because I'm used to it. So to begin, very important skills for speedrunning this game is knowing how to skip cutscenes, codecs, all efficiently and effectively. You start for the text blocks in the beginning of the tanker and the plant, X for cutscenes, and triangle for codecs. Alright, so first off, we're going to head off to the right and hit up the second set of stairs. We're going to tank a hit, but it won't matter, he won't have time to call in the alert. Just go straight for the door and head through. For deck B, you want to roll into this cutscene if you can, and then kind of scoot right on behind that guy. You will generally not bump into him if you're careful enough. On deck C, there's a camera that is stationary that you'll have to roll through in order to move through quickly. Pressing up against the wall underneath and sidling through will also work, but rolling is much faster. If you need to, go ahead and skip back in the video and watch it over to see if you get the visual cue correctly. It is the second vertical line on the door, on the wall before the railing. And then for Olga, for this video I'll be using the loop strategy, which requires her to face left as she spawns in. So wait on the left side while she shoots, then shoot the railing or shoot the rack there to catch her attention, and then all it takes is 4 headshots after that. If she spawns facing the right side or towards Snake, just learning where she'll be at any given time is your best ally. Mostly just improvisation will be key in a lot of this. So after Olga, we have the descent into the tanker holds, which is a much different beast than the ascent. There are a couple of added guards, and everything is in reverse from what you just did. A lot of it is not an issue, as long as you remember what's going on. But in Deck D, you'll want to grab that USP bullet pack, because in Deck C, what I do is a distraction shot and roll right back underneath the camera. You can also shoot the camera if you're not feeling confident and roll through the enemy. Deck B, another distraction shot, roll straight through, and right into Deck A. So for Deck A, we're going to shoot this guy twice using tactical reload, which is just quick swapping off and back on, which skips the animation for rechambering. Now rolling down the stairs, I mismenued, but you just want to grab the camera because it'll be necessary here in a sec. That serpentine maneuver I just pulled was to get this guy down here moving faster. However, it's not entirely important. The cycles will still be just right. It just makes it much safer getting him to move like that. And the cycle of which I'm speaking is the guy who's up on, where we're going, here up on the stairs on the left. We want him right next to the door so that we can, once we get up here, shoot him, run behind him, and then shoot the USP before you round the corner so that you can skip the cutscene without issue. Dealing with the sensors is easy enough. Just make sure you don't miss, don't hit the Semtex. Here I missed and I got the codec call. Not a huge deal, but still make sure you don't if you can. Then from there it's a simple matter to go into Deck 2 port and move on. In Deck 2 port, there's a simple timing mechanism I use.
All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant.
So the first time the announcer says time, you'll want to ready your weapon. And after he's finished saying time for the second time, go ahead and shoot. Continue running forward the entire time. The L1 button allows you to hold up your weapon at the ready stance and continue moving. It's very useful throughout the entire run, and I suggest you get used to using it if you're not. So for the starboard Deck 2, this is where we'll fight the ambush, or guard rush, depending on who you're talking to. It's a very simple matter. The basic gist of it is try not to miss. I have a visual cue for it, aiming right about the middle of those railings on the side of the wall there. However, things got a little hectic in this attempt, so I basically improvised the entire way through, which didn't end up losing me much time, if any at all. So if you're good at improvisation, then you're all the better for it. And so I kill those three at the end because, for one, they don't count as kills if you move fast enough, and the scene will change faster with them dying, rather than them going to sleep. And here's where equipping the camera earlier will come in important. So I'm using a ladder glitch. You want to buffer with a punch or 2 punches. Then equip the camera and mount the ladder within like a frame of itself, each input. Hold left as you get on the ladder. Let go of left and press X to vault over. Then once the animation starts to finish, you'll want to press up. And when that animation finishes, mash triangle. It's very timing specific, and you'll probably fail it a couple of times before you start to get it, but once you do get it, it becomes very easy. In hold number 2, the first thing we're going to do is switch the projector over to the right side, and then immediately move to the left, using the L1 button to hold up 3 guards along the way, and on the last one you want to take a really deep angle, just to make sure you get him, otherwise he'll turn around and you'll have to deal with it. And for photos, really simple. First one from the left side, second one from the middle, and the last 2 from the right side, aiming at this circle on Ray's knee to get the Marines logo. There is faster strat, but for this video, it's just the basics for now. And that's that. Once you get to the PC, you just mash circle and triangle to skip through all the dialogue and such, and then mash X through the cutscenes and you're golden, and into the plant. Next video, I'll start the plant and make it all the way through bomb disposal. Thanks for watching.